All right, so drugs are essential. So if you're watching this later on VOD or YouTube specifically, this should be the first series ever that we actually have edited for YouTube. But I want to let you know, if you are watching this on YouTube, the full VODs are going to be available also. So if you're someone that doesn't like the edited stuff, or you watch the edited stuff and you're like, man, I wish I had seen all of this, I'm going to have the full VODs up as well. So if you do watch this on YouTube later, make sure you check the description and the pinned comment, because it will tell you where to watch the full VOD. It will be available on YouTube. I haven't solidified whether I'm going to do that on a second channel yet, or if I'm going to have it unlisted. Make sure if you want to watch the whole unedited thing that you check in the description and the comment. All right, this is our second biotech run, our second RimWorld run of biotech. So the new DLC, if you've been under a rock and you don't know that there's new DLC, biotech is that new DLC. And our first playthrough was just an experimental playthrough where we tested out all kinds of stuff just a little bit. Now this one is going to be much more themed. We're going to see about how you can theme a run with genes primarily and ideology in the other expansions without even having mods to theme them. So we are going to do a Dwarven run, and I'm also going to make myself play quite a bit differently. So we're going to do a lot of weird stuff, and I'm going to use a lot of different kill setups that I usually don't use that are kind of weird. We're going to use a lot of miniguns, so predominantly miniguns, shotguns, and grenades. We're going to be dwarves. Why are you not using the Singularity? Kill box doesn't work anymore? New colonies. So we have a custom scenario. We are the dwarves. So I am going to put this to download as well. It'll be on my website. So if you ever want to download any of this stuff, once it's up, it's on adamversuseverything.com/downloads. So this is a tribal scenario, but the difference here is that instead of the normal melee weapons, we're starting with axes. Instead of the bows, we're starting with one shotgun. And we're also starting with a little bit of beer, and we're starting with beer researched. The starting dwarves are going to be tough. And we get one warhammer for the king, the Lord of Dwarves. Also, because Randy has been so sleepy lately, we're going to make sure we get into combat. We are going to play against Cassandra. And you might be saying to yourself, but Adam, isn't Randy the hardest storyteller? I'm glad you asked. The answer is no, not really. I have a guide out for it, but what I like to say is that Cassandra kills you on purpose and Randy kills you by accident. We are going to probably lose some people and lose some runs. This should be pretty hectic pretty quickly. And Phoebe kills you of boredom, that's right, or overconfidence. We are going to play on losing is fun, no pause, commitment mode 500%. Everything else is going to be baseline. That's an excellent seed name. Beards and belts. Excellent. For rock and stone, that's right. That's right. Rock and stone. So we are going to do a mountain map. So I am going to use a little bit bigger size map than I usually do. I usually use 275. That's my most common, but I want a bigger mountain to give us some room because I am planning to do things a little differently. All right, so we're gonna pick a mountain map, and we want to do a bit of trading. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird RimWorld playthrough, and all right, this one's pretty close to a lot of empire trading. All right, I don't want to spend a lot of time picking a map, so we're just gonna go with this, and if we lose, we lose. Oh, hang on, any caves? No caves. All right, we're good. So here's the dwarf ideology. So this is the one we're gonna start with. So we are the dwarves. We have the bronze fist of our kind. I have the Warhammer Dwarven lore here. I have Grungni and Valea, and you might be saying, Adam, where's Grimnir? Where's Grimnir, Adam? Well, when I actually did this, it just defaulted as 2, so I just left it, even though I could have added Grimnir. And I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, well, Adam, I guess that's fine, but you're going in the book. That's fine. I'll go in the book. Some people watching this are gonna be like, what the crap is he talking about? Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's dwarf stuff. You wouldn't get it. So we are collectivists because we are, a group of dwarves. So think of high life as drunk life. This is the beer life. We are addicted to beer. We will literally die if we don't have beer. We have Tunneler, of course, which makes sense. And then we have Dwarven primacy. Not only are we not cannibals, we also think corpses are ugly. Ooh, oof, oof. We are not going to be able to harvest organs, and we're not going to be able to eat people, and corpses are ugly. It's gonna be a rough one. So we are quite bigoted, we're gonna be mostly honorable dwarves. We'll call it that. Mostly honorable dwarves. So you might also notice that no shooting specialist, right? I almost always play the shooting specialist, which has opened us up to do another specialist, which I'm gonna do with mining. So I almost always have 6 joint events. I have 0. We're gonna have a funeral because we are not gonna be able to chop people up. So we're gonna have a funeral. We are going to have insect jelly from our drums. So our drums are actually gonna spawn insect jelly from the ground. And then our social events are going to get faction rep. And then check this out, noble ranged heavy weapons. We are going to use predominantly shotguns, grenades, explosives, and miniguns. So that's another thing. We're going to have lots of babies. That's how we're going to increase everything. So physical love, we'll go with free. So physical intimacy is a natural part. What is free and approved? I forget that one. Free and approved. Dwarves are going to be having just a big giant dwarven dorgy. I gotta be careful. The algorithm will not push my video if I say the word. Someone else will have to say it. A giant dwarven underground. A dwarven sleepover. Hey, I saw it. There we go. I can't say it. The YouTube algorithms will kill me. Let's look at our genes. So this is a new part of biotech. So in biotech, you have all these new races and you can make your own. So last night on the Discord, we went through this and we made several dwarf ones. We're going to try this one first and we might edit them more and more. We'll see. We'll see. They are going to be sturdier. So they're going to heal a little bit faster. Not the like crazy fast one, right? But we have some downsides. Everyone's going to be a slowpoke. Ouch. Slowpoke is one of those traits that I usually don't like to take. Everyone's going to be a slowpoke. All doors will be slow. It's because of the little legs, Psychically deaf. We will not be able. No one will be able to use psycasting. So that means even though we're tribal start, the enemy tree does nothing for us. This one also is going to really suck. We have UV sensitivity. So we spend so much time underground that if we come out into the sun hurts us. Yeah, we're not going to have Berserk Pulse. It's going to be, yeah, that's elf stuff. Ew. Ew. Get them out of here. Aside from Elrond. Elrond's a good friend of ours. But everyone else, ew. And here's a big one. Alcohol dependency. If we do not have alcohol, we will die. So in the beginning of the game, we're going to have to start working towards getting alcohol really soon. So very sturdy dwarfs. Very good at combat overall, especially melee combat. Good at breeding, but slow, deaf, not super smart, and the sun hurts them. There's a few things here that we want early on for these, and aside from skills, I don't want any social issues. Okay, what do we have here? We have undergrounder, construction, and plants. That looks good. Let's roll another here. We got 3 female, 2 male. That seems pretty good for child rearing, child making. All right, let's pull some names. Hopefully the queue is gonna work. The API just got friggin' flooded. Nuclear Rhino, Soul Sapper, Sloth, Demon, Tenurial, Claw. All right, well, let's get started. Let's go. The run begins. Let's see how our dwarves do. All right, so we are here. We are the dwarves. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the map. Mountains in the north. We got a nice little pocket there with fertile soil. Got some coastline. We got some geothermals over here. 3 geothermals right there. All right, we're gonna start over here. Let's go ahead and just throw a zone up here so they go ahead and start moving that stuff over. Our brawler, we'll have him take the warhammer. Everyone else, grab your axe. They are tunnelers, so they're gonna want mushrooms really quickly. But we're gonna just throw down some rich soil rice just to get them started. They're not gonna be happy about it, but they're gonna have to deal with it. So we will go into the mountain pretty soon, but to start with, we're gonna set up in this little section. We'll do a 13 just to start like we usually do, and then we'll go from there. And we'll just start throwing down some wood structure in here. There's a lot of things that we need to get set up early, but let's go ahead and get this done here. Let's see, we'll have them enter over there. All right, structure. Let's go ahead and get our doors down here. Doors for the dwarves. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just throw down some sleeping spots in here, and then we'll need to mine into the mountain soon and figure out what we're dealing with in the mountain and get our mushrooms planted and all that kind of stuff. So let's also go ahead and get our table, and we don't have complex furniture, so stools it is. All right, let's get some things set up here. So one of the important things is that we're going to want to get our drug policy. So let's go ahead and go into new policy. And we're going to say, Dwarf, keep 2 beer in your inventory. Take it for addiction, and then take it on schedule every day, no matter what. Enjoy your beer, dwarves. All right, so we're gonna go into quests. We're gonna go into reward preferences, not a mod. We're gonna turn these off so we get monetary reward options. We're also gonna go into health, click defaults. I'm gonna go ahead and set everything to doctor care, but no medicine. The reason I like doing that is so that if we get like a down prisoner or something like that, or down enemy, whatever, that we can tend to them quickly or bring them back, and they'll tend to them without using any of our medicine for bruises and little cuts and things like that. And if they need something more, then I'll do it manually. So. All right, while they are sleeping, let's take a look here. We're gonna let some enemies come in there. We'll do a long trap tunnel, and we will get mined into the mountain. Travelers wish for aid. They want 18 beer. I think friggin' not. I think not. Think these dwarves are gonna give you any beer? Get out of here. And let's go ahead and set up some zones while they're sleeping as well, just to have, you know, be doing stuff, because we are playing on no pause. So side, walls, work zone, and I doubt we're gonna have zonable animals in this run, especially with the genes that we picked, and we're just terrible at animals. All right, we'll go ahead and set this inside here. Walls we'll set here. We're gonna let them do the mountain work, and we'll set the work zone to be relatively generous, but I don't want them going super mega ultra far away. Super mega ultra far. Let's see if the mountain's pretty solid. So I'm gonna grab, so there's a trick you can do that I've been doing for many years, where you grab someone with a melee weapon, you draft them, you click for them to attack, and you hover it over the mountain. And if, oh, there's a hole right there, and you see that X out spot, that means that's hollow. That means that's open. So this is all solid because we can attack it, but this is actually hollow. Oh no, that's actually a pretty big hollow spot. Right where I decided to build. The rest of the mountain is all pretty good. Shouldn't doors be weak to fire? No, not at all. Dwarves who work around the forge all the time, who were carved out of the stone by the gods themselves, weak to fire? No. Dwarf isn't afraid of fire. Rock and stone, that's right. That's right. Area reveal. Oh. Guys, that's not what I wanted to see at all. It's not what I want to see at all. It's going to be on YouTube? No idea. This will be the first series that's edited, so it might be a little bit. That's not what I wanted to see at all. Well, we know the rest of it's pretty good. It's a courtyard, yeah. You can roof it and pretend it's always nice. Well, the downside to that is that drop pod raids can happen there. But anyway, it's fine. We'll just start from here. That's one reason why I did go for a bigger map. We got to get in the mountain very quickly, because we're going to have so many hits from our genes. We have a lot of genes that are really hurting us right now. This UV stuff is going to be annoying. To start with, we're just going to go in here and we're going to do cook simple meal times 1. Do until we have X. I'm going to put it relatively low. I'm going to put it at 15 and 10. We're going to put this as meat and animal product only. We're going to copy this and paste it, and then we'll add in the vegetarian to that. Okay. And then make pemmican do forever. So we also want to go ahead and put a stockpile zone around this for dropping the meals. So we'll set this to important, and that should be good to start with. And let's go ahead and roof this area. Show your genes, please. There's the genes. All right, zone, growing zone. And we're going to go ahead and start some nutrifungus here. And our dwarves actually eat more than a normal colonist, so we got to make sure we get this going pretty soon. What else we got going on? Hey, there's the Mechanosaur thing. Exostrider. If we want to go Mechanosaur route, which I don't think we're going to do this time. Do ideology events still recruit baselines? Yep. And I doubt they're going to ever change it. I hope they do, but I would doubt it, because they usually are pretty against
modest fellowship expands.
Having
Praise
the DLCs interact for some reason, so we're going to go ahead and butcher creature do forever. So we're going to grab our cook. We're going to go ahead and go unrestricted. And we're going to go ahead and click to allow all on the map. This is by right clicking. This is not a mod. You right click on allow and hit unforbid. Then we're going to grab our cook, and we're going to prioritize butchering. So what he's going to do now is going to go out and scavenge things that we didn't know were there that we can butcher. Roadkill. Man, I'm not used to this, having basically everyone be a gourmand. This is going to be rough. This is going to be real rough. Cook those meals. Cook those meals. We're going to need a huge mushroom farm. Yeah, absolutely. Are mushrooms actually good? Yeah, mushrooms are very efficient. and our people like them. They actually dislike. We're getting a mood hit for eating anything else right now other than meat. So let's plan out some of this. So we're gonna have this 3 wide coming in, and I'm gonna play very differently. So, but we're just playing differently for fun this time. It's a themed run. Fun in my RimWorld. I did have someone tell me on YouTube that you shouldn't play the game for fun. That's what's wrong with society. Don't listen to that guy. Have fun. Life is short. I'm gonna do those 5 wide interior because I'm gonna do a lot of grenade nonsense this time. Grenade nonsense. Are you gonna try Dwarf Fortress? Yeah, I will. One of the problems with Tunneler, if you want to call it a problem, is that we're gonna have so many chunk coming out of this, but this is what it is. All the way to the end of the map, would raids be able to come from that side? Not if it's overhead mountain. Raids cannot spawn from a tile where overhead mountain is, so no, you can go all the way to the edge of the map as long as it is overhead mountain there. All right, we got our mushrooms going, which is going to help out. I'm going to put a stockpile back here. Okay, let them do their thing. I got to get this built, even if it's just out of wood, and then we can replace it. So let's go ahead and work on that. But yeah, you can actually, we did that in the Winston Wave runs quite a bit. You can actually dig all the way to the edge of mountain. If it's overhead mountain, stuff can't spawn from there, but stuff can leave from there, which can be a important thing to note. We do have one person with a gun, actually. So we'll set them on hunting. Actually, here's our hunting. Here's our hunting. All right, squirrel. Excellent. Perfect. Which ending is my favorite? Probably just ship launch, honestly. Okay, I actually do want to kill this lynx before it hunts anything. So let's go ahead and do that here. Ooh, nice shot. Look at you. So yeah, when we have enough for a drum, which we, oh, would you look at that? We have enough for a drum. All right, so we have those up for when we need them. That is done. Go ahead and put that there. What is intentionally playing different? I'm not using the standard kill boxes that we use. I'll probably be making like bedrooms and things, like just playing different, more thematic, just for fun. All right, let's get that built. Bedrooms, he's gone too far. I didn't say no kill box, just different. I have done a 5% no pause, no kill box run. It's up on YouTube if you want to check it out, but this is not it. Let's see the next 2 nouns I see in chat. Moist is not a noun. Hammerbeard, all right. Our settlement is Mount Hammerbeard. Excellent. I need 2 nouns. Moist. All right, let's get some of this jelly pulled up, hopefully. Bring the jelly forth. Hey, insect jelly. What's it doing over here? Why is it so far away? Is a full colony of incapable violence possible in higher difficulty? Probably, yeah, especially now with biotech. Probably. All right, let's see if we can get that out before Cassandra hits us. We're only on day 5. She'll be hitting us pretty soon, actually. Do insects provide jelly if you tame them? They do not. I wish, but they don't. All right, we have rice in. People are going to be unhappy about eating rice, unfortunately. It is what it is for now. So we will get mushrooms started in here. That's probably where bugs are going to spawn. To start with, we can actually move in and start with a barracks and then go from there. So let's just go ahead and dig through here. We'll open that up. We'll start with the barracks, then we'll convert. What your motivation to play RimWorld without pausing specifically? I just like playing it more, but how it started is that a long time ago, 5 or 6 years ago, there's our first raid. Oh no. So a long time ago, when I first started looking into possibly playing RimWorlds, I looked for some streams for it, and there was a particular stream that played with no pause at all. And I started watching it, and I found myself when I went and watched other streams when they weren't online that were pausing, I did not enjoy it as much. They ruined other streams for me because I did not like sitting while someone clicked through every raider in an 80-man raid to see which one they wanted to shock lance to try to recruit. And then that's a smart way to play, but it wasn't very entertaining, you know? And so I was like, all right. So that was one of them. And the second one is I just like it better that way. I just like the extra challenge of it. So I feel like that's the kind I want to watch. And also I have fun playing it. So I mean, there's no reason for me to play otherwise. I come from an RTS background too, so that might be part of it. RimWorld can be a slow game even with pause at times. Having pause increases the amount of slow times for sure. Can I still pause with pressing escape? Kinda. It does this. You can't do anything, but like I could do that to go up and use the bathroom if I wanted to, but I don't. I leave it on pause when I go to the restroom, etc. Hopefully we can get just a little bit of shooting experience in. Where is he? There he is. Let's see here. Jealous, ugly. Probably won't worry about imprisoning that one. All right, this means Cassandra is active. So this is Cassandra's first, this is how she works. Beginning of the game, she's always going to send you this single raider to let you know she has started. She has started. Oh, nice shot. Get another shot in. He made it through. Pop. We're gonna dump you in the ocean. Bonk. And he's dead. There you go. You can have your rot sink out here. See ya. Oh, she ripped off his right leg. That's what happens. The shotgun actually damaged the arm, and then the warhammer ripped off a leg. Nice. All right, so Cassandra is up. She's awake. She's awake. Dwarves versus cowboys. We've answered the question. Fartman, thank you for the 1,500 bits. That's a lot of bits. A Fartman. Very much appreciated. Much love to the fart. Or something. All right. Hops are growing. Hopefully we get our hop plant in before we succumb to death by no alcohol. And a social fight. Alrighty. Sloth insulted Soul Sapper's mother's sense of duty. This is dangerous because we have extra melee damage. Did I like vampires or mechs more overall? I liked mechs overall more, but I went into mechs more, I would say. The vampire thing was kind of cool, though. They were very strong. All right, we need the melee block space for bugs. So we'll do one of those about right here. And then another one about right here. Tips for starting tunneler colony. Just know that you can make mushrooms. You can grow mushrooms in a roofed area. A lot of people think you can only grow it in fungal soil. It's not true. You just have to have a roofed area. So I very strongly suggest that if you start as a tunneler, make sure you start growing mushrooms right off the bat under something like this. So you see how I have that set up? And then start working into the mountain while you have a little base out there. It is important to note that the mushrooms have very low fertility sensitivities. They don't really grow that much faster in things like hydroponics or rich soil, but they do get a small boost. Total War really needs to do another fantasy series. I would love a Total War Middle Earth. That's like that would be like one of my dream games, you know? Someone is asking me when I was streaming Total War Warhammer 3, they were like, if they did another fantasy setting, what would you like? And I was like, man, oh man, take me to Total War Middle Earth. That would be pretty friggin' awesome. Oh, I'll be so glad these mushrooms come in. That's what's really hurting us right now. I might do another drum festival. Yeah, let's do it. Fungus per colonist. It's generally 20 plots per colonist, but it's going to be more in this because we have genes. Oh, no. Outdoor beauty bonus these days? No, it does not. See, the only thing that only gives outdoor bonus like that is chunks. Chunks outdoor don't count. Chunks inside are ugly. Oh, why is it so far away? Why did insect jelly pop out for no reason? It wasn't for no reason. It's part of our ideology. So your ideology, you can set up the reward to be insect jelly. We might end up going and melee hunting these deer. Seems absurd. Cassandra's going to be hitting us pretty soon, though. Oh, it's only day 8. Okay. It's only been 2 days since the other one. An all addicts run. I've done that. And this is also that. These will literally die if they don't get beer. They're all addicted to beer. If we don't have alcohol, we'll go into a coma and die. It's a gene, yep. I've ever done a ship launch run? Never. I've never launched a ship ever. Not a single time ever. But we did just finish a run where I launched the ship. Oh, I don't know how many times I've launched a ship. Many dozens of times. Have I ever launched an alcohol-dependent colonist into space? So that's a no. So that'll be it first. You guys moved him back in? Oh my god. God, we're gonna have to go do some melee hunting. We're just gonna have to do it. It's kind of nuts. Never had to do this before. All right. Raccoon. Good. Tortoise. Good. Another raccoon. Whoa, that's so crazy. The extra damage from melee. All right. Don't have to be worried about the deer. Am I going to save the pod crash person? No, I'm not. They're not a dwarf. I don't care about them. Is recon armor better or worse than flak vest with duster? It depends on quality, but in general, usually the flak vest and duster as thrombo, hyperweave, devil strand, usually those are better. All right, so we got some meals in for once, and we are on. So Cassandra is forced to attack you by day 20 with her normal cycle. I think she first attacked us on day 6 with the starter thing. All right, so this is a Wanderer join event. Let's take a look. See how they're a baseliner? It's kind of frustrating because the developers don't want to combine any like DLC type stuff. So right now, like when you have an ideology join ritual, they just come as baseliners. There's a mod for it, but it is kind of unfortunate. Anyway, we will send them out to trade. So that'll be that. They're ugly as well, yeah. And our dwarves are bigoted too, so. All right, Mule, get in here. She feels ugly because she doesn't have a beard. So she's a dwarf at heart because she's good at mining, yeah. I might not have been born a dwarf, but I chose to be one. No. Soul Sapper and Mule already at odds here. Mule implied negative things about Soul Sapper's bravery. Oh, get bodied, Mule. All right, let's get some medical experience, I suppose. Also, don't be drinking our beer. No drugs, Mule. No drugs. Ambrosia. Pretty far away. Pretty far away. We're not going to deal with that. So I am putting a roof on this for anyone that's wondering. So I'll go over this because it is asked a bit. So there's a couple things going on here that I'll go over. First off, unless you have the darkness meme or precept, darkness here is going to cause human enemies to move slower. So when you get attacked by raiders, this is actually going to make them move slower as long as they're not mechs or animals, or if they don't have the darkness meme, precept, etc. So this is here because raiders will try not to go in an area that's going to slow them. So having a fence spread out every other one makes this a slow walking zone. And so they choose to go through the traps. I have the extra doors on this side so we can pop out and shoot them for shooting experience. I don't have them on this side because if I did have doors there, the enemy, when they break, will end up breaking those doors and I'll have to rebuild them. So, and this also allows us when enemies break here and they run this way, we can go out this door and we can shoot them for experience or whatever. So that's why this whole tunnel thing, we're probably not going to use it for too super long as we are going to get moved into the mountain. But it's good for now. Good for now. I have a plan for bugs. Just the same as always. Melee block and kill with shotguns. And then later on I'll have a bait room, which I'll explain those things when we get to them for sure. But yeah, but bugs aren't going to spawn right now because we don't have a player made structure up there yet. All right, we do need to get a Dwarven priest, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because they're going to have 2 higher expectations. So while everyone else is going to have very low expectations, they're going to have 2 higher than that. So let's see, who do we want to make as the priest? We need someone that's going to be easy to keep happy, so not a very neurotic person. Victor here is going to end up being our priest. So all right, we'll go ahead and make them the priest. That'll make everyone a little bit happier. So we're going to go into the social role and we're going to assign them as the priest, and we might change it later. Right now it's just to get someone as a priest. So all right, let's get Mule out of here. So we're going to go into the world map and we're going to go up to purple here. Mule, start heading on out. Crap, Mule, stop breaking down. There's a few things we want to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and put fungal gravel here. Is this DLC good? I think it is, yeah. You didn't like ideology, really. This one is like 2.5 DLCs in one, it feels like. Mule's just eating our food and having breakdowns. What a jerk. All right, we're going to go ahead and make fungal gravel at the entrance up here, just temporarily. Yeah, we don't have shooting specialist this time, which this will be the first run I haven't taken shooting specialist in like probably like 20 runs, honestly. All right, Mule's done wandering in a psychotic state, so we'll send them off to purple here. All this junk. Get rid of that, some of that wealth, and trade it for something better. They have no food. We're tribal, so they're going to be able to get a bit of food while they're gone, but I feel like if I don't send them with any, they're going to end up dying. If they die, they die, I suppose.